What if quitting your job isn't an option right now? How do you keep things moving forward when you feel like you're going up a steep hill? In this video, I'll talk about ways you can keep moving forward toward building an art business even though you're not ready to fully dive in. Think of it as planting a seed. You want to water it, nurture it, and protect it as it pops out of the ground and grows. In 2023, 3 months before I retired from my job, I started by working right here at my office desk. I'll go through all the steps I took to lay a foundation for my business and set up the scaffolding. Before I go any further, though, I just want to say that I'm not a legal, business, or accounting expert. Always check local regulations and consult with professionals around starting a business to make sure you comply with tax laws and other regulations. Because this isn't always the most exciting thing to talk about, let's go for a walk and I'll talk about what you need to do. First, you have to decide exactly what you're going to sell. Then you have to decide what your business structure will be, whether you'll be a sole proprietor, an LLC, or something else. You'll need to read up on this to see what's best for you. I chose LLC because that worked best for me. You'll want to choose a name for your business and get an email specific to your business. That means that you'll probably want to get a domain name because eventually you'll want to get a website. I chose dissolveart.com because that's the name of my studio, but I also registered alenenitskyart.com in case I ever wanted to use that domain. I got my domain names from GoDaddy and I use them for hosting my website, but this is not an endorsement of them. You can use any one you choose. The other thing you'll want to do is stay organized. Have a separate folder for business paperwork so you know where everything is. There are 3 more things as far as the initial paperwork and busy work that you need to do to get started. First, you'll need to sign up with the Secretary of State in your state to register your business name and type. As a business, you'll need to get a business license. And for me, I had to get a home occupation license since that's what we need to do here in my town where you run your business out of your home. Just remember, your mileage may vary. Always check your local regulations. As soon as you plan to make sales, you'll need a sales tax license for each of the jurisdictions where you live. State, county, city, whatever else there is. I recommend getting these before you need them. Just realize that even if you have 0 sales, you will still need to file a 0 tax return. Again, you always want to consult an accountant and other professionals before you take these steps. Finally, you want to start a bank account, and a business checking account is the best thing to start with. Find the bank with the lowest fees and no minimum balance and no minimum initial deposit. Put whatever you can into that account. Later, you'll want to get a business credit card to start building credit, but you don't need that right away. How much money do you need? It depends on what you've got. I started my business with a deposit of $1,000 from my own personal savings. If you don't have that much, it's okay. Even $100 is acceptable to some banks. You will incur business expenses at the beginning. Filing paperwork and getting licenses always costs something, but it's usually minimal. Now that you have the foundation established, you'll want to start building the frame and putting up the scaffolding for your business. The finished product that you're going to sell is the most important part. You're going to need inventory before you can start marketing. That is an entirely different topic that I'll address in future videos that are coming out later. Early marketing involves building a website, making business cards, coming up with a logo for all of these, and starting business social media accounts. I use Instagram, Threads, YouTube, and Substack. Those are the ones I find most useful. You might choose different platforms. As soon as you start taking money, you'll want a Venmo account and a way to take credit cards. There are companies like Square, Stripe, PayPal, and so many others. Just find the one with the lowest fees and that's most user-friendly and has good customer service. Once you have most of this set up, start telling everyone. Start a contact list of anyone who expresses interest in your business. Word of mouth is huge. When the time is right, you can start planning what you'll need as far as supplies and equipment when you start actually selling in person. Go to art fairs or local markets and see what other artists are doing. Talk to them and see what they use for their setup. You might need to buy some tables, tablecloths, display panels, banners, or other things, and you might need to do some printing with information for your booth. All of these things can be found pretty inexpensively. You can always find tables at garage sales, and you can buy inexpensive tablecloths. You can get banners from a printer, and check some of the online companies because they're really not very expensive. As far as display panels, those are expensive, but my first 2 sets of display panels are ones I got used. You can always check Facebook Marketplace or look online. Or if you have a local artist community, there are all kinds of ways to get things. Maybe someone is trying to sell some old display panels for much less than full retail price. Once you've started all this, your seed that you planted will be growing into a tree. If you have questions, please put them in the comments below. If you liked this video, please subscribe and leave a like on the thumbs up icon below. And if there's other content you'd like to see me cover, please put that in the comments too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next few videos when I'll be sharing all of what I learned in the first 3 years of my art business. Whoever said that running an art business can't be fun?